What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Styles from Teen Wolf. Patreon request from Parsval, keeping with the Teen Wolf characters. So I asked him, like, do you want me to do Styles in his wolf form? And he said, poor old Styles never gets to be a wolf. How about that? Poor Styles. I've never watched Teen Wolf. But imagine being a character in this show, a main character, and you're not even a wolf. So, let's draw him. Landscape page, pencil eraser, hip pose, roll too fast. 3/4 pose. Best image I can kind of find of him. Ooh, yeah, right, let's go. So, he's looking sort of over his shoulder this way, right? So center point of my page about here. Head is like on the left of this center line, and his shoulder like come back this way, right? So center point, but there. Come up over to the left. We start with the big eye, and we're on a kind of diagonal this way. Sorry if I cough a bit. I've had a tickly cough for a number of weeks. It's very wet here in Ireland at the minute, so everyone's kind of sick. So let's go. Carve it up. Crossing down. Right, and this will be eyelashes on top. He's big enough eyelashes, but they're not crazy big. I kind of like that would be enough. I don't want to make him look too feminine. And then this curves this way. And around the bottom, just like his tear duct. And then this bottom eyelid line there, and then tear duct in there. And he's kind of like looking like to the right hand side. So we'll go iris here. Circle coming down from the top. Eyelid. And then pupil somewhere in the middle. Trying to get it as round as we can. Bottom eyelid line, like he's a young guy, so not too many like wrinkles around his eye and stuff. So we'll just do sort of bottom dots and dashes for the bottom eyelashes. Quite small male bottom eyelashes. There might be like a light sort of bag under his eye, but like nothing major. And he has a strong top eyelid, so it just kind of curves up, down like so. And this will eventually join his sort of brow there. And this sort of bum bum. Okay, so big eyebrow. So starting here at the front, kind of a bit hairy at the front, and then it goes around, and it can be a sketchy sort of hairy line. Curves around the eye socket, and then spikes down that way, towards the corner here. And the top, so we go sort of around this way first, and then the hairs start to grow that way. Okay, more or less like that. And then like the line for his nose sort of starts to travel like the bridge of his nose there. like nostril or nose areas there along the side. Going down towards the nostril down there somewhere. So his other eye is kind of like behind his nose line here, right? So say the bridge of the nose goes like here. Right, kind of this sort of a shape. Right. You'll have a bit of a nostril in here, and then the skin around the nostril sort of going. This kind of a thing. So the other nostril will be bigger because we're in 3/4 pose, so this nostril will be longer than the other one. And in general, the skinnier nostril lines up underneath your tear duct. So a little trick to sort of know where to put this, like here. And you could have like some little sort of hatching lines just to show roughly the tip of the nose and stuff. It's the sort of easiest way to do those nose lines there. Because if you draw too much on a nose, it can be a bit much and it looks kind of silly. So just light sort of stuff like that is probably the best way to go. And then he's got to line up the middle of his nose then as well here. Right, so his other eye is like down from that. And it's going to be like a tiny bit smaller than that one. Curve line over, eyelashes on top. Tear duct kind of in here. Let me go down around up into the corner. Bum, bum, bum. And then he's looking over to the right hand side, so our sort of iris is pretty close to the nose. Like that, and then pupil somewhere in the middle. Right, and then his eyelid line curving over again, pretty strong. And then bottom eyelash sort of area here, dots and dashes with some eyelashes coming out, and maybe like a light sort of bag around the eye there. Okay, so eyebrow, kind of hairy at the front, and then again, sort of quite arched, and it'll go around his brow on this side. Kind of curves around his forehead there on that side. Okay, so top, well, his mouth, right? So his mouth is kind of semi-open. So yeah, we'll go with that. So starting sort of, say like, so we'll have like a mouth line sort of curving around the nose, right? So going that way. And then the mouth will be here, sort of underneath the nostril area, right? So it kind of like starts here, curves up and down in the middle, back across. We're aiming for like underneath his like pupil sort of area here. So it's almost like a closed mouth at first. It's like on that diagonal underneath the eye as well. So his mouth is kind of open, right? So there's a bit of a shadow in here. And then the top lip is quite defined lips. And then his bottom lip. Around there, and maybe like a shadow underneath his chin, sort of a thing. He seems to have like freckles in a few spaces, so like on his cheek, one there, and then like he's got like a jaw area, and one like right beside here. And his chin, he's quite a strong chin. It just curves around this way. And then up. Around for his jaw. Just goes up towards his ear and his hair on that side. And his face then on this side kind of sticks out this way. 3/4 pose, curve around that cheek, and then go out again for his cheekbone, which goes up into his eyebrow there. then he's got sort of long sideburns. Going in that way. His cheekbone will be in there. And then a long sideburn here sticking out. Kind of comes in then for the side of his head. It's kind of hairy. And then his forehead will be, say, about the size of his nose. So the part in his hair is like off to the left. It's not like right in the middle. So we'll do it like here. And then this sort of hairline of his. Big fringe sort of coming up here. Like spiking up. That's why I'm doing these curving lines up, right? And then on this side it's a little bit different. Curves around the forehead here. It's quite hairy. Do. Okay, so we can see an ear here. Quite large earlobes on the bottom. They kind of stick out like that, sort of. You can't see his ear on the other side. See ear lines. Right, and then the back of his neck, I'll just, got a bit of hair here. Back of the neck comes down this way. Right, so the rest of this fringe and hair and stuff, right? So we've got like basically large kind of spiky sort of sections here, right, which form sort of part of his messy kind of hairstyle, right? So you just got all these spikes that's coming across the top of the head, and kind of texture lines that come down towards his fringe, right? And it kind of like curves that way then on this side. The middle is kind of over his nose, so it's kind of highest here. He could have like some layers at the back. And then we go down the head. And then we've got like long sort of spiky hair here as well. Real messy bedhead sort of thing going on. Yeah, so just keep going with all this. All the way down. Do, 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 do. Okay. So, how's that? Does that look like him from up there? I think it does a bit. And then he's got another couple of freckles or something here. And maybe there as well. One on his forehead. Two here. He's got freckles all over this guy. And then his neck. Down the front. Adam's apple. Neck muscle. And then his shirt collar here at the back. Standard sort of pointy shirt collar. Back up around the neck. Just there. And then our shoulder goes off that way. The front of it, sort of here. Shirt coming down this side, stitching and all stuff on this. Some fold lines. Roughly like this. I think he's another freckle there. And then shoulder on the other side, that way. Fold lines there. Boom. Stiles. Not bad, yeah, I think it looks like him. The hair really helped, I must say. I wasn't sure when it was just like the face. Okay. Hope it's helpful. Parzival, thanks for the request. See you in the next one. Bye.